Alrighty, welcome to another Lightning Strikes Twice. It's the shorter version of our longer lightning rounds where each of us has one topic apiece, 5 minutes to discuss. The other doesn't know what the other is going to bring up. And Casey is first, so go ahead, take it away.
All right. Well, if aliens showed up peacefully, mind you, um, should we follow their lead in establishing like social structure, political structure, even, let's say?
Ooh, I mean, maybe it's because they may
Because I
have,
mean, it's tried and true. They got
yeah.
out into space, you know?
That's the thing. Is like they probably their civilization might be much older than ours, and of course,
Mhm.
to be able to achieve that kind of um, distance contact, it's like you got to be really together, uh,
Yeah.
cohesive.
Imagine if they're not older, like they show up and they're all like, "Yeah, we've been around for just a billion years or something. Our planet has been around just a billion years. And, we popped up, I don't know, 10,000 years ago or so, and and we're all like, wait, did how many zeros? And then they're all like, have you seriously been playing the Pratt version of humans?
Yeah. And that's something to consider. Like we ought to be like, even if that doesn't happen, we should be looking at it from that perspective. It's like, how come we haven't been able to achieve all this stuff? Look at all that we could have achieved. But
Hmm.
no, we've been like throwing bombs at each other and stuff and shooting each other and stabbing each other like
You know
for,
what
for
would be
thousands of
epic?
years. Hmm.
This would be epic. We should like crowdfund, and keep it low budget, but like do kind of a modernized uh version, let's say, of It's a Wonderful Life, where
Hmm.
like aliens show up and show us like holographic versions of like how we could have gotten to where they are by doing this and that
Dude,
differently, and and where
that
we
that
will
is
be if we don't change.
that is good. And
Yeah.
I did the minute microscopy, probably link up there, about the galactic empire kind of thing, or
Hmm.
that like we ought to be operating as if that's a thing, because it probably is a thing. Um, but we're too stupid to like they're gonna look at us and be like, oh yeah, those primitives, that savages. Like, no, we're better than that. We definitely could be better than that, and we should be operating as if that's the case. um yeah, I don't know that we necessarily would need to adopt every single social, like, moray or whatever that an alien civilization would have, but it certainly would be worth pondering. um, well, yeah, because it's like, well, obviously they would be developing in a completely different environment, and who's to say what the right way is? But like I said, it's worth considering. Like,
Yeah.
it got light years away to a distant planet. You can't be that far off base, right?
That's amore. Uh,
See, that would be perfect if the time ended right then.
right. We'll just
Yeah,
cut it.
yeah. But
um,
I
well,
think.
well,
Oh, go ahead.
like around the world, we've got pretty similar, when you think about it, pretty similar social structures.
Yeah.
There's, minor differences, mostly in a political ideology and
Hmm.
so on and so forth. But when it comes to, actual like how we treat each other just as humans outside of politics and business and so on and so forth, like how much has that held us back or
Oh,
propelled us even, like who
well,
knows?
yeah, you're right. No, it certainly would have, like, that coming together to like globally solve problems
I
is
mean, it
like,
has to start with how we treat each other.
yes, exactly. And we need to look at each other in that regard. It's like, hey, we are all here on spaceship Earth. This is all we know. Like, this is all we've got. Like, stop this petty bickering over
Hmm.
borders and nationalities and whatever people love
Well,
to fight over.
and if you think about it, like if a global culture can't treat each other with respect, like as kind of just like knee-jerk reaction,
Mhm.
um, it would not be safe to visit that planet as an alien. Like,
You
not
are
at all.
correct.
Like, think
Yes.
about it. Like, it'd
Yeah.
be like, he's different. Fuck
Yeah.
him. You know?
Hmm. Hmm. No, that's true. Like we are too currently as a species, we're very antagonistic
Yeah.
towards the others. And yeah, you're right. Like if even within ourselves, that's a problem. I can't even imagine what would happen if like aliens came down and
I mean, we even use the same word for immigrants, aliens.
yeah, yeah. Well, that's time that God that needs to be an episode. We
Yeah,
got like
I didn't think it would be that good.
yeah, yeah, we need to make that an episode for sure. I mean, we always say that, but definitely make a note of that.
All right.
Uh, okay, so I guess it's on to me. Um, well, so I just recently attended a really good friend's funeral slash life celebration. And one of the things that many people brought up is like, hey, if you have pictures of her, please share them because we don't have a lot of pictures. And you know, that got me thinking like memories and stuff. It used to be you had photo albums and you'd save the negatives in a safe place and everything. And it's like so many people are like, yeah, I lost everything. Like it was on an old phone or whatever. And well, in one case, it was a fire. So that it's not a lot you could do that about that. But like, I think that's a really big deal. Like,
Mm-hmm.
why don't we save that kind of stuff anymore? Like photo albums, you know?
Right. Well, I sure do. My family actually does. Like even before I came along, keeping photos was kind of a thing. Not
Mhm.
that there are that many here because they had to escape from East Germany and couldn't take that much with them and stuff. And I think
Mhm.
that's maybe why they do like to still create physical photo albums.
Yeah.
But just today, just a few hours ago, I was going through pictures because I thought I had some books where the pictures were.
Mhm.
So I was like momentarily distracted, like looking for pictures and stuff. My parents and when they were younger and all that, and it's like going back in time and
Yeah.
reliving stuff that you documented because you wanted to remember it.
Yeah.
And of course, there's some stuff where I'm like, okay, we're like at a thing, at a place I don't even remember, but we look happy, so okay, and that's all that matters, right?
It's sort of like yeah, collecting the pieces of your existence essentially.
Mhm.
And
I did see one that was like a historical moment where I met like the mayor or something
oh,
and
nice.
was given an award for something I completely forget what for. But
but still like that's so important. And in fact, when I was working at Kits Cameras, David Ritz, the CEO of all of the camera stores at the time, he was concerned about digital photography, and that like, well, people won't print their pictures, they won't have a hard copy of them anymore, it'll just be on like a memory card or somewhere online, and and it'll get lost. And he was fucking right. Like
yeah,
I experienced that. And like, see, I'm an archivist, like I save everything. So I was like, yeah, give me your email, we'll figure out a way. I have literally thousands of pictures of Nikki, that I can share. And but it's like people don't do that. They're like, oh yeah, just take a picture on the camera or on your phone and share it on social media, and away it goes. And well, imagine if all your stuff was on MySpace. Good
right.
luck getting that back, or
Yeah,
Friendster or something.
I had stuff on MySpace that I lost forever because like if your profile got deleted for saying the wrong thing, well,
Mm-hmm.
there goes everything you
Everything.
had. There
Yep.
were no backups. There was no like retrieving it. from the
Yeah.
archives, even though that probably could have been possible. They were like, no, it's not possible.
Mhm.
Uh,
But that's a big deal, and that's one
yeah.
of the things that, like, people that know me know I've recently gotten back into film again, like, in particular these like small 16 millimeter kind of spy camera type of things, like
Mm.
doing all the stuff, hand processing, hand loading all this, um and I love it. It's like there's something like having that physical media, like,
Mm.
even though it's, I guess, kind of ephemeral in a sense, and that you can't make, well, you could make multiple copies, but it, nobody prints anything. And in fact, my friend, I have a picture of her that she gave me with her and her friend that was printed on like an inkjet printer, and it's faded away now.
Yeah. No emulsion.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. It wasn't a process print, so
Yeah.
it's gone. Like, I mean, it's barely there, but
Right.
like, we need to be doing this. Like, I know it seems wasteful, but these are our memories that like documenting stuff. I love these videos. I actually came across one recently where an old, a very early silent film reel was discovered,
Hmm.
um, from like a long time ago, and it's like, yeah, so much of that stuff is gone. So much of it is gone, and we need to be keeping that stuff. Um,
Yeah. I'm
and
all for the digital backups at
yes,
least. Um,
yeah,
that's a good idea.
oh yeah,
But
for
it's
sure.
it's labor intensive and time consuming and stuff.
It is, but that's like having multiple versions of a thing,
Yeah.
so it's protected against one thing or another.
Hmm.
That's super important. Like, and it's, we're, everything's going to be forgotten. Oh God. Okay. Well, I guess maybe that's a
What
mic
were we just talking about?
drop. I don't remember.
We like Pavlov ourselves into completely forgetting something when we hear a bell.
Oh man.
Those are some good topics.
Oh yeah. I think both of those could turn into full episodes, I think, for
Yeah.
sure. But we have some fun stuff coming up that I think everybody's gonna love. Um,
Fun, fun, fun.
so yeah, we do this every week. The lightning strikes twice. We have like a full episode we do every week. We do minute microscopies, a little shorter, personal videos, and then lots of stuff in between. So yeah, go ahead and check out the channel if you haven't already.